Cracked it.
Success brings its own rewards.
Eh?
I thought earlier tonight you were never going to smile again.
And there'll be another case for Inspector Kate Longton next week at the earlier time of 7:40.
BBC1's highlights for Sunday evening. At 7:15, Ronnie Barker and David Jason are open all hours.
Ladies and gentlemen, the price is wrong. Granville, come on down.
At 7:45, Howard's Way.
Can't go on burying your head forever, Dad. And basically, Tom's priorities are the same as yours.
Oh, yes?
Yes, they are, and so are mine. But if we're going to keep the traditional side going, we've got to expand in other areas.
At 8:35, Alan Wicker continues his look at Britons who choose to live with Uncle Sam.
Many British migrants are drawn towards the outsized mystique of Texas. And at its heart, Dallas.
At 9:30, In Sickness and in Health.
Does make me look younger, though.
Take it off, that belongs to Rita.
Highlights for Sunday night, here on BBC1.
Now, a glittering array of international showmanship at the invitation of Paul Daniels.
Thank you very much. Have you been into the wardrobe or the closet lately? Have you seen what's developing in there? Coat hangers. Loads of them. Where are they all coming from? I've collected some. Look at this. Coat hanger for Siamese twins. Or Cyril Smith. A red coat hanger. Now, why would you have a red coat hanger? You would if you were a red Indian. Boing. What else have we got here? Australian coat hanger. You have to think about that one. And this one. What's funny about that? Nothing. It's just a wire coat hanger. But with this, I intend to teach you a trick. You see, a lot of people write in and say, you know, teach us a trick. How do you do your magic? And this, that, and the other. And they're not looking at the magic through the eyes of a magician. Now, if you are looking at it through my eyes, you see it in a completely different light, as it were. Debbie, can I have a volunteer? A volunteer is worth umpteen pressed men. Sir, what's your name?
Derek.
Derek. Just sit down there, Derek. My granddad used to drive a Derek down the docks. Now, Derek, just sit there. Where are you from?
Maidenhead.
Maidenhead. Derek, welcome to the show. I would like you, Derek, to examine this most carefully, which is in Wales. No, just hold it up to the camera. No, there's a camera over there. So you just hold it up there, and they get a good shot, go all the way around it, and make sure that it is a solid coat hanger. All right? And that there's nothing funny about it whatsoever.
Yes, Paul.
That's solid.
That's it.
Happy with that, Derek?
Yes.
Good. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm pleased you tread it gently, because it's a wire coat hanger, a fragile thing. And if you did that, it would bend it, wouldn't it? In fact, we'll bend it a bit more. Derek, I'm going to put this over my head, And I'm going to ask you to look at things not through the eyes of a magician, in fact, not through your eyes at all. I'm going to ask you to close your eyes, eventually, and keep them closed all the time, which is quite hard to do. You'll feel instincts saying, I must open my eyes, but don't. Close your eyes until I actually say open them. Now, put your knees together. That's it. Sit up straight. Pretend you fit those trousers. And you just put that there. Now, I'm going to stroke down here, and I'm going to put my fingers on here. Now, this is, of course, is very exciting for both of us. But what is happening is, you see, you are now being made aware of what's going to happen. When my fingers are there, they'll stay there a while, and then I'll say, now, grab my wrist. Have a practice at that. You see, you went the long way round. Yeah, that's... Now, look, if I put my hands there, like the Wogan show, isn't it? Just put your fingers on the back of my hand. No, just one finger, like I was. Yes, and lift your hands up a bit like mine were. And the way to grab wrist is straight up that way. Now, close your eyes, and from now on, keep your eyes closed as I take the audience into the world of the magician. I stroke down here, I put my fingers on here. You only grab when I tell you to grab, and I say grab, and you grab very tight. Now, keep tight hold and keep your eyes closed. Now, you've got hold of me here, you've got hold of me here, okay? Now, I want to go up to my neck and get the coat hanger off, keep tight hold, and what I'm going to do is take the coat hanger and hit it on the top of your arm like this. Pop, pop. And now it's going to go right through your arm. Ba-dop. Now you can open your eyes, keep tight hold, but have a look. The coat hanger is right around your arm. Now that's impossible, isn't it? Especially if you try to get it off. Leave go with this hand and try to get it off. There's no way it'll come off.
Not really, no.
Not anyway. Go all the way around it, make sure it's solid. Yeah. You see, it's not big enough to go over your arm and your head.
Yeah.
So there is the first trick. Now we'll just undo that. Now this time what I want you to do is get hold of it like that. And eventually, when I say leave go of it, let me have it back, because I have to get hold of this hand and put it here and all that. What I want you to do is let it come out forward like that, but at that stage you'll be keeping both your hands pressed tightly together, like that. Okay?
Yeah.
Now,
With my eyes closed, so...
oh, your eyes will be closed again, don't worry. Otherwise, you see, you would have the eyes of the magician. Now, what you do is you just put that hand down a second. That's it. Now close your hand into a fist. Keep your eyes shut all the time. Important. And just do yourself a favour. Keep tight hold here, like that. And now let it come out forward. Let the coat hanger come forward. Keep your eyes closed all the time. Closed. Let your that's it. Clasp your hands together again. And now I've got the coat hanger here, and I've got to get it onto here. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. There's the coat hanger around your arm. There's no way it could get on there, is there?
No.
Isn't that amazing? Now, what you do, you see, it's very simple. Now, release that. It's a solid coat hanger. There are no secret catches, no compartments, no girl assistants. All right? So it must be something wrong with your arms. Could be. Instead of which, I tell you what to do. Put your hand on your head, flat on top of your head. Yeah. We now have got a solid linked piece of muscle. Here is muscle. Here is muscle. No, well, that's your head. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get this on there. Quite impossible unless you lift your hand off your head. Keep it pressed tightly. Close your eyes. Keep your eyes closed at all times. Keep your eyes closed. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get the coat hanger onto your arm. And to get it on, it's very difficult. Oh, knit 1, purl 2. It's coming. Yes, it's through and it's on. Now just turn around and show the audience, open your eyes and have a look yourself, show the audience, it's all the way on there, it's all the way around, it can't come off, and keep your hand there. Whatever you do, keep your hand there so that it can't come off, because I'm going to try to get it into a completely different part of your anatomy. Don't get worried. Trust me. Close your eyes and trust me. No, have one last look. There's the coat hanger. Extend that arm out sideways. That's fantastic. Now, close your eyes. There's the coat hanger, and it's on your arm. What I've got to try to do is I've got to try to get it off your arm, okay, and it's still on your arm, and I've got to get it off your arm, and I'll leave it just, if I can hold that there just for a second, and what I've got to try to do is to get it onto the other arm. Now, bend your arm, put your hand on your hip. On your hip is the best place, and then I go like that, and it's on your hip. Now, just open your eyes, keep your hand there, it's important, keep your hand there, it's important. There's no way that could have gone through there onto the other arm, which is absolutely fantastic. And I want you to take that home, in other words, don't hang around, and I want you to examine it on the way home. Big round of applause.
Go like that,
yes, like that, keep like that, that's mine. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, we go all over the place looking for acts. Do you remember doing this when you were younger? Or you might even do it now. I can't get it right. I remember we used to... Do you remember doing this? Do you remember... Anybody do this? Yeah. Oh, there's people putting their hands up. Oh, that's it, a bit of a rhythm going there. But what you're about to see is a man who has made a speciality out of this, who plays them better than anybody I've ever seen. Will you please welcome from the United States of America, Artis. I'm practicing.
You should.
Oh, no, I might learn this, but I could never grow the hair. Anyway, this is nice. It's a little party again. This is where we all met, didn't we? Met at the party. This is the lovely Joan, wife of Artis. Now, what's this for?
Well, this is a piece of dental dam. You cut a strip off it at about an inch wide, a couple of centimeters, I suppose, and... Is that okay for a trumpet? Huh? Huh? Okay, good. This...
that's a flute.
Yes, you're right. This is a flute, but it's actually a replica of a traditional flute from the Philippines, a nose flute.
What? Wow.
Thank you. Thank you. This one is a lot more simple. These are a lateral flute, popular bamboo flute, and a recorder, another popular instrument.
This is all good. I mean, I love it all. I love it all, I really do. But the thing was, at the party the other day, he had the best-looking instrument I've ever seen in my life. I guarantee that when you see this, you will all be trying it. I promise you.
I hope so.
You hope so, yeah. You like this, don't you? Yes, she loves this, and I'll show you why. Would you mind playing the instrument, sir?
Certainly.
Okay.
We have to tune first. Please allow for tuning.
Amazing stuff. Amazing. How long did you practice that before you got it right?
Every night.
Every night. There's a hint. Right. Here, have a chocolate. Isn't she lovely, ladies and gentlemen? She did that really good. Joan of Artis. The reason Artis left us there was because he's getting ready to join with our orchestra to give us their version of Duke Ellington's Take the A Train. Well now, welcome once again to the Card Castle, where I've fallen off a playing card, and I'd like to show you a nice easy trick to follow this week, but it's a strange concept. I use one of these, it's a playing card, which is bent, as you can see, along its length, and I use this, which is bent along its width. That's all we use in the trick, and two people from the audience. What's your name?
Matthew.
Matthew, and you are?
Debbie.
Matthew and Debbie. Same name as our regular assistant, so you're perfect for it. Debbie, loudly and clearly, what is that?
Piece of card.
A piece of card. No imagination, Deb. That is a time warp tunnel, as personally used by E.T., extraterrestrial, for those who didn't know. Now, if I fold the card in half along its length like that, and we fold this along its width, and I insert that into the crease, you can see, if we unfold the whole lot, and try not to drop it, that the card is now facing outwards. Therefore, if I fold it in like that, you can see that it is folded inwards. Simple, isn't it? Now, do you know the E.T. greeting, Debbie?
No.
You don't? Pardon?
No, I don't know either.
Oh, I thought you said you did. Who asked you anyway? No. You extend the forefinger like this in greeting towards Matthew, but try it. Go on. Now, as you give the E.T. greeting, you push the card through the time warp tunnel, and it reverses itself as it comes out the other side. Good, Daddy. Yeah. lot of people don't believe it. So we'll just unfold it, show you both sides, but we'll unfold it if we can and get my fingers in and show it. It is now reversed. Would you like to try this?
Yes, please.
The E.T. greeting, all right? What we do is we fold it up like that, hold it so that you can see it nice and clearly. Now, there it is. Extend the forefinger in the E.T. greeting. The finger is trembling. Probably the excitement of it all. I hope it's not because I'm holding your hand. Anyway, just push forward. Away you go. That's it. Oh, he pushed it downwards. It doesn't really matter so long as you can see it comes out the other side completely reversed. Now, what we're going to do now, because a lot of people don't believe this is really happening, is we'll just separate the two, fold this in half so it's like a little packet like that. Can you see that? Say yes, Paul.
Yes, Paul.
Very good. Now, you can see it's folded in half, and it's a little mouth. And I'm going to insert this. I've had to fold it and crease it so that I can tear it easily. Once I put this back inside there, like that, and unfold this again, you can see it's facing outwards. But if I do this, could you do me a favour? Because you got muscles. Pardon?
I haven't got muscles.
You haven't got muscles? No. Oh, well, never mind. Extend your cockles. And what you do is get hold of that there. No, right, so you hold of the card, because now I'm going to use my muscles and remove half of the card, all right, like this. If I just tear it off like that, okay? Now, keep your half towards me a bit like this while we show you what's happened here. I've torn this off of the card that was folded in half. Say yes, Paul.
Yes, Paul.
You're very good at that. Now, if we just lift this up like this, I would ask you to do me a favour. Extend your fingers in the E.T. greeting here, all right, and do it here as well. And we won't do any of those old jokes about how do Martians make love. You just keep that there. Now we take this above your fingers and we insert it in there like that. Remember, this was how it was torn off. And if I push that through there like that, you can see that it reverses. And for those who do not believe, we place it on your fingers. Keep your fingers straight, all right, like that. And we just put it on there like that. And then you can see that the time warp tunnel is completely empty and the card is in truth completely reversed. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce an act new to British television from the United States of America, a great comedy double act, Willie Tyler and Lester.
Thank you very much, and a pleasant good evening to everybody. This is my partner, Les. Now, Les, before I go any further, the young lady asked me before the show about your eyes, and she'd like to know, why are your eyes so big? Man, if you jumped on a bike and the saddle wasn't there, your eyes would be big, too. Think about it. You got time. Okay, another thing I want to ask you. Where were you born? I was born in Germany. Germany? Yeah, the Black Forest. You know, I'm looking at the audience out here, and I'm finding out that they're watching your mouth to see if it's moving. You really can't tell that way, folks. Because sometimes his mouth is not moving, my mouth is not moving, and people are saying, where in the world is the sound coming from? We're going to give you now our tribute to one of the most famous comedy teams in the history of show business, Mr. Abbott and Costello, and it goes thusly. Well, Les, here we are at the ballpark. What's the matter? And then if you ever lose your voice, you'll find it in my ear. Have you ever played baseball before? Yeah. What position did you play? I was the baseball bat. Okay, now this is kind of tricky. Who's on first? What's on second? I don't know is on third. You got that? Huh? Who's on first? What's on second? I don't know is on third. You know the names of the players on the team? Yeah. Okay, who's on first? Yeah. The name of the player on first. Who? The man playing first base. Who's on first? What are you asking me for? I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. Who's on first? That's what I'm asking you. Who's on first? That's the man's name. That's whose name? Yeah. Well, go ahead and tell me. Who? You got the first baseman on first? Yeah. Okay, who's on first? Yeah. At the end of the month, when the first baseman gets paid, who gets the money? Every penny of it. Why not? The man deserves it. Who does? Yeah. See, sometimes his wife comes down and collects it. Whose wife? Yeah. The man earned it. Who does? Yeah. All I want to know is what's the name of the player on first, or what's on second. I'm not asking you who's on second. Who's on first? That's what I'm trying to find out. Hey, well, look, don't change the players around. I'm not changing the players around, lady. Take it easy. What is the name of the player on first, or what's on second? I'm not asking you who's on second. Who's on first? I don't know. He's on third base. We're not even talking about him. Wait a minute, back up a little bit. How did I get to third base? You mentioned his name. If I mentioned his name, who did I say was on third? Or who's on first? So you stay off the third base. What do you want to know? What's the name of the player on first? Or what's on second? I'm not asking you who's on second. Who's on first? I don't know. Third base. You got an outfield? Yeah. You got a good outfield? Yeah. Name of the player on left field. Why? I just thought I'd ask you. I just thought I'd tell you. Who's playing left field? Or who's on first? Would you stay out of the infield? Well, don't mention any names out here. What is the name of the player on left field? Or what's on second? I'm not asking you who's on second. Who's on first? I don't know. Third base. Left fielder's name. Why? Because. No. He's in center field. Can I ask you something else? Go right ahead. You got... You got a pitcher on the team? Now, wouldn't it be a fine team without a pitcher? Tell me the pitcher's name. Tomorrow. What time? What time what? What time tomorrow are you going to tell me who's pitching? Who is not pitching? Who? Wait a minute. If you say who's on first, I will break your arm. You know what I mean that? Well, it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Thank you very much. Now, we're going to say what willpower and determination will do. If you got the willpower, you got the determination, you can do it. Now, first of all, I will give you this. Watch me, because you got to help me out on this, partner. I want you to hum what I just did. Huh? Hum what I just did. Huh? No. Hum what I just did. Oh. That's good. Now, what we're going to do now, folks, we're going to give you what we just did simultaneously. Say what? We're going to do what we just did together. This, I got to see. When I point to you, I want you to do the exact same thing that you just did. You ready? Yeah, here we go. Watch me now, huh? Watch me, huh? What? Just watch. Okay. Way down in Charleston, sunshine. Cleveland and L.A., they're the new ray of sunshine. So come and follow me, I'll show you. Now there's a new parade and I'll show you. Now and tomorrow, chasing the sorrow, join the celebration.
Lester, you were sensational.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you. Thank you.
Not sure about the other guy, but you were sensational.
Thank you. You know, I saw Artis out here. You know Artis?
Pardon?
Artis. You know, he played the flute with his nose.
Oh, yeah?
I can't play a flute with a nose. I don't have holes in the nose.
That's the truth of it. Listen, do you know what that is, Lester?
Looks like a hat that was run over by a truck.
No. It's called an opera hat, you see?
An opera hat.
Magicians would use rabbits and things coming out of here, but this is just an empty opera hat.
Oh, interesting.
You know? Yeah, have a look.
It's empty, yeah. I bet when it's on your head, it's still empty.
Don't get smart, kid. Okay, now, so I won't put it on my head, but we've seen it's empty.
Yes, indeed.
We've seen it's empty. Okay, do you know what this is?
Looks like one of my relatives.
Looks like what?
One of my relatives.
No. It's a mahogany box, that's all.
That's what I said. It looks like one of my relatives.
Yeah, well, maybe you're right. Okay, now, but this is the important part. Do you know what that is?
That is, I know what it is.
What is it?
I'm from Detroit, and that's a die.
A die. That's very good. Yes. Yeah. That is singular for dice.
There it is.
You're a genius, and I
couldn't have said it much better through his mouth.
We place the dice into the box. Okay? Now, once we got it into the box, we close the doors like this. The one at the front, so it can't get out.
One at the front.
The one at the back, so it can't get out. The one on the front, so it can't get out. The one at the back, so it can't get out. Okay.
Yes.
1, 2, 3. Did you see it go?
Did I see what go where?
The dice. Did you see the dice go into the hat?
No, didn't see
that. That's because it hasn't gone yet.
Oh.
But now we shall make it disappear, Lester.
That's a good reason, yeah.
You would not believe what you're about to see.
This I gotta see now.
Watch closely, Lester, at all times. The dice has gone.
Wait a minute, wait, Paul, wait a minute. Hey, did you hear that? Wait, no, I didn't hear anything. You didn't hear that? No. Let me ask you something.
Sure.
Can I see it again?
Sure. The dice is not on this side of the box, and it's not on this side. What do you think?
Wait a minute, hey, you didn't hear that time? No, I didn't hear anything.
What are you talking about? Here. Look, the dice isn't here, and the dice isn't here.
You know, I think I know where it's at.
Where's it at?
It's at the other end.
Oh, no, it isn't.
Oh, yes, it is.
Oh, no, it isn't.
Oh, yes, it is.
They're starting to go onto your side, Lester. I shall prove that it is not on the other side. Would you like me to open both of the doors?
That would be delightful.
The back door and the front door are now open. You can see right through it.
No, you can't fool me. No, open the other ones.
Okay.
You didn't hear that. Not there either. Okay, tell you what.
What?
Why don't you open all of them?
Sure, no problem. No problem at all, Lester. There's the first door. There's the second door, okay? There's the third door. There's the fourth door.
You didn't hear that? What's wrong with your ears? Tell you what.
What?
Now, Paul.
What? He's on
it.
second.
Yeah. Hey, when I get sick, you can take my place.
Listen, Lester, he's not shoving his hand up my back. That's for certain.
Come on, don't laugh.
You want to see all 4 doors open at the same
time? You
time?
took the words right out of his mouth for me.
Lester, here's the surprise. You open the back door, you open the front door, likey so. You can see right through the box, and the dice is over here inside the house. Coming up to the show, a real pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, Willie Tyler and Lester, a great act. Well, as you well know, or you should know by now, on the series we've been out and about doing magic all over the place. And the other day, I was out again in a helicopter, as you'll see if you watch this next excerpt from the traveling Paul Daniels Magic Show. with a good eye for geography, you might recognise the thing out of the helicopter window here. I'm flying over Glastonbury Tor, home of many mystical happenings. From here they say you can see all the signs of the zodiac featured in the natural geography of the area. Also, underneath the hills in the surrounding areas, there are many fabulous and fantastic caves. Now we're going to try to do a trick linking the helicopter to one of those caves, probably the most fantastic of all. It's called Wookey Hole, and down there is an evil witch.
That's why I like working with you, Paul. You say the sweetest things.
Well, the people at home will have recognised that, of course, as Annika Rice. Who have you got down there with you, Annika?
I'm with the Mayor of Wells, who's Peter Wright.
The Mayor of Wells?
Yes.
Welcome, Mayor of Wells.
We're very upmarket today. We're actually standing, though, Paul, I wish you could see this, in a cave in Wookey Hall. It is enormous. It's quite staggering. It's very easy to get to, in fact, but there are 200 miles of undiscovered caves in this area, which really makes the mind boggle. But about that witch you were talking about, this is, in fact, it. It's the Witch of Wookey Hole. Now, it looks like a stalagmite, you might think, and if you look very carefully, you can see the hag-like features on the profile of that rock. But legend had it that this was a real witch. This is going back medieval times. A wicked witch it was, and the abbot of Glastonbury was commissioned to try and get rid of her. A monk came along, sprinkled the witch with holy water. She was turned to stone. Legend or fact, in 1912, the skeleton of a human body was found down here, along with a sacrificial dagger. Now, is that spooky, or is that spooky?
Yes, it is a spooky place. But that's the reason you're down there, Annika, because we're going to try a spooky kind of trick. And not only have you got the mayor down there, up here with me, and I'll shuffle across to see her a little bit, I've got the mayoress, you see. So, now, the lady, you are the mayoress, aren't you, Valerie?
I am, yes, that's
the
right.
Mayoress.
The mayoress.
Now, you're going to you're independent witnesses, yourself and the mayor. I've got in here a packet of cards, and I've got a little tube. Now, there's nothing else. Hold that for me a second.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
There's nothing else in the bag. We can just show everybody that at home. There's nothing else in there, nor need there be anything else in there. And what we've got to do is, I best show the people at home what's inside there. Can I just show them? There are some small candles, the sort you get on a birthday cake. Now, they are all there. There's nothing else in the tube. And we're going to put these small candles back in there. Now, Valerie, you're happy. They're all solid. They're all complete little birthday candles.
Yes, absolutely.
Various colours.
Mm-hmm.
You'll understand all this in a little while. I'm going to give you these to guard. This is sealed, a sealed deck of cards. There's no way in there. Nothing else in the bag. And we put it inside there. We put these in as well. And what you've got to do is take hold of this and hold it with your left hand like that. No, by the string. That would be wonderful. And just hold it there so the people at home can see that I can't get it. I'll even move away from you. Now, down in Wookey Hall, your husband, would you do me a favour, sir? Would you just choose any one of the coloured candles, and Annika will show you, well, she'll probably light it for you.
Yes, we've got a candelabra here. There are, in fact, 7 candles. There's black, red, yellow, pink, blue, white, and green.
Yes.
And, Mr. Mayor, it's up to you to select any colour you want.
Thank you very much, Annika. Well, it's a difficult choice. These candles are a bit bigger down here. What shall I have?
Oh, he's a hard man to please.
Blue or yellow? I'll have this one. I'll have this one.
Take the blue one. What we'll do is actually put it on top here so everyone can get a good view of it. So there it is, in all its glory, the blue candle we've selected for.
Fine. I'd like you to light it.
Aha.
Just
this
light.
must be for. Right.
I think so.
I really don't mind who lights it, so long as somebody does.
Right, we're on our way to doing that.
And Valerie's up here guarding the yellow bag, so we're all right.
It's lit.
It's lit?
It's lit,
Super.
in all its glory.
Now, we've got a little yellow bag up here. You should have a red one down in the cave somewhere.
Yes?
Look in it, you'll find a deck of cards.
I don't believe him. I dread to think what I'll find in here. No, it is a deck of cards, you're right.
Now, somebody down there, you or the mayor, just open it up and what I want to happen is I want the mayor to finish up with the loose cards in his hand face down.
Right.
Right.
Let's put them in his hands.
Face down.
Face down. Now, I want you to split the pack into 2. Cut the cards so you've got some in your left hand and some in your right hand.
Right.
And when you've done that, decide which half you want to drop back into the red bag.
He's discarding the left-hand side. Right. You put that in the bag, Paul.
Good. And now split the cards that you've got left into 2 halves again, and so that you're back in the same situation as you were to start with. You've got some in your left hand, some in your right hand.
2 halves again, yes.
Right, get rid of half of those.
Yes, throw them back in the red bag.
Done that.
Now, once you've done that, I want you to, the cards you've got left, give them a bit of a shuffle.
We want to know, meanwhile, what you're actually doing up there.
Now, we're sitting very peacefully up here, yeah. You see, what the people at home mightn't realise is that I can't see you, and you can't see me, so it's very strange situation.
It's rather pleasant, actually, Paul.
The cards you've got left, could you just show them to a camera, so just to prove that they are all different?
Yes, there we are.
That is a genuine set of cards.
Yep. And once you've done that, could you then split them again into 2 halves and throw some away? How many have you got left?
Right.
Those away. What have I got? I've got 7 cards left, Paul.
Okay, split them roughly in the middle, and again throw half away.
Half away, right.
How many have you got left?
I'm left with 3 cards.
Well, you can turn them face up or choose one face down, but just choose one of those cards.
Right, I think I'll have a look at them then.
Okay.
Right, I've chosen my card.
Now throw the rest away.
Right.
Thank you.
Haven't worked so hard all week.
Now give that card to Annika to show to the camera, because Annika, I want you to set fire to the middle of it, but show it to a camera first.
Of course you do. Set fire to the middle of it.
Yeah.
Yes, we can see that. You can't know, Paul, but everyone at home can see that clearly. Okay? I'm now going to put it over the candle.
I want you to do me a favour, Annika. Having shown it to the camera, you should be burning it over the top of the candle.
That is happening.
And now take it away. Don't burn the card. Don't burn the card. That's okay.
Right.
And now spike it on the dagger that we gave you before the show started.
It's very kinky, isn't it?
Dagger.
Hang on.
Now hold that towards the camera and tell me when you've done that.
Yes.
Yes?
That's okay.
Up here now, in the helicopter, we're going to go back to our little yellow bag. You do nothing more down there. Inside this little yellow bag, we'll pull it open like this, and I'm going to put my hands like this so that Valerie can reach inside and take everything out. Okay? She takes everything out. I hope. Yeah. Now, there's nothing else left in there. First of all, what colour candle did you set fire to?
You're talking to us? Yes, sorry, we set fire to a blue candle.
You lit the blue candle. Now, Valerie, pull the top off yourself. All right.
Oops, yes.
Yeah? And I don't know, I can't really see what colour it is. I'm just going to tip them out onto your hand. Just spill them onto there.
That is amazing. It really is.
Now, can we tip them on here so the people at home can see what is amazing? You see,
We've got half a blue candle here.
yes, it's been burnt down. You can see that's a little black wick on there. If I pick that up, the camera might get a bit better picture. The others are all okay. Say yes, Paul.
Yes, Paul.
Come in, Valerie, loud and clear.
Yeah, now that's
It's incredible. It really is.
Now, this is the thing that really is incredible, because this area is supposed to be covered by what they call ley lines. Lines of, well, they don't know. They call them lines of power. We're in direct line at the moment with Wookie Hall, where your husband is with Annika Rice, and inside here...
Yes.
And we're doing a card trick, unbelievably. And inside here, there's a deck of cards, which I'm opening everything at fingertips here, because I want the people at home to see. If I split them like this, you can see that they're all full-face cards, all right? Now, what I want to look for is 1 card and 1 card only.
Dear, the suspense is killing us down here.
I know, it's killing me as well, I tell you. I'm going to take 1 card off there. Can you see it's got a hole in the back?
Oh, yes, it has.
It's
yes.
the only one. We've looked through the rest of the cards. And this is the moment of truth, because now, Valerie, I know what your card is. Fingertips now. What was your card that you burned and then stabbed through with the knife?
We've got the King of Clubs.
King of Clubs.
King of Clubs.
That's right.
And this one is the King of Clubs. Burned through the knife. So, my thanks, of course, to the Lady Mayoress. I'm promoting you a bit, Lady Mayoress. To the Mayor, who I've never seen, he's down there in a hole somewhere. And to the prettiest witch of them all, Annika Rice, for taking part in Witchetty Magic.
and Paul Daniels will be conjuring up some more magic in his show next week at 8:30. In 15 minutes on BBC1, Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor in Stir Crazy. And that's after news and sport.
On the streets of Brixton tonight, there's rioting after police shoot and seriously injure a woman during a house search. Her family say there was no warning. Neil Kinnock will speak against Arthur Scargill in Labour's debate on the miners. A quick 'un for McGigan. His opponent throws in the towel. And a bridesmaid at the wedding of the man who saved her life. Rioting has broken out in the streets of Brixton in South London tonight after police shot and seriously wounded a woman during a search of her house.